5 players that average double-digit minutes on a championship team. They're looking to have that continuity, elevate them in these big-time moments against opponents like Stanford. They also remember that loss against Duke in the first round of the NCAA tournament, coming in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
And we're underway here Sunday afternoon, hoops. Stanford football getting the big win last night in the big game, and now women's basketball on the court. Here's Agara. Shot clock to 8. Pressure, Somfai out of the corner, hits from 3.
Somfai, a freshman forward with an awesome stroke outside. Look to that Nunu Agara elbow action to continuously be an offensive option for them.
Lehigh head coach Adi Masir talked about toughness, how they respond to Stanford. That's one of their challenges today. First look on offense. 3-ball attempt, and that just circles the rim and away for Fandre.
Somfai with that rebound. And come down, got to track her in transition. She's been able to have some transition threes as well.
Here's a look at the starting 5 for the Cardinals. 7th straight game this group has gone for Coach Kate Pay. So far, so good, 6-0. Shot clock to 10, bad pass taken away by the Mountain Hawks.
Lehigh doing a great job of fronting Agara in the post, knowing that she is a problem inside.
Backdoor look, excellent cut to the basket, the strip nearly there. Regrouping now, Fandre. The kick out, corner 3, Azato, air ball. And we will go back the Stanford way.
Look to Azato to keep that shot going. Trust me, folks, you can put the ball towards the bottom of the net.
57% on 3. They want to see her let fly from distance. Our referees, Lisa Jones, Ashley Gloss, Timothy Resch, and driving and hitting to Lana Lapolo.
Great methodical drive off of that screen from Somfai, getting a little bit of hesitation and finishing at the rim.
5-0 burst here for the Cardinal. Belle Bramer, one of those NorCal natives from Los Gatos. Great look down low. Bramer, 12 against 12, coughs it up. Agara with the rip. Agara to the basket and finishing with the right.
Easy lay in transition, the best kind of basketball. Defense to offense, Agara leading the way.
This is the last thing Lehigh was wanting to start a 7-0 run from Stanford. Good backdoor cut there, Fandre. Azato now. They're running into double teams. Edwards from 3. Long rebound, keeping it alive. The hustle there from Bramer, but it comes right to Hailee Swain. Lapolo has it ripped. Azato the takeaway.
Azato not just a scorer, but also a dynamic defender, keeping her hands up.
3 minutes gone by, first quarter. Lehigh and Stanford. Grayson Levette. Leah Edwards now. Shot clock to 10. Edwards losing the handle. Loose ball, pick it up, Swain. Cardinal attacking. Swain, crossover to the basket, finishing.
Stanford's calling card is that defense, and when you've got Hailee Swain being able to pick it up and go and finish in traffic at the basket, beautiful execution of that defense we were talking about.
Stanford coming off a dominant showing against UC Davis, 70-45, and they keep it rolling here early in the first.
9-0 start right now for Stanford. They kept Davis to just 8 points in that first quarter.
And now an unforced error by Lehigh, 3-second violation, some changes coming for the Mountain Hawks. Elimianis coming on as they get some of their reserves in. Alana Reddy as well. Swain, tough crossover floater, that works.
Swain attacking right up the middle of the defense. And that crossover is nasty. Just very easily switch and transition there.
Mountain Hawks searching for that first bucket. Levette. Clean look here from 3, and that rattles in for Ellie Mianis.
Lehigh utilizing that off-ball movement to get things going and confusing the Stanford defense, getting a wide open look at the top of the key.
Agara puts her head down, goes to work, and makes it look easy.
My favorite move from Agara, she will reverse pivot, swing open, one dribble, power dribble up to the basket. She's so athletic, she covers a lot of ground in that one step.
Osado. Mianis had the 3-ball earlier. Shot clock to 13 for Lehigh. Dangerous pass, the rip from Swain. Swain on the move, another easy 2.
It's practice for them at this point right now, just getting in those passing lanes, especially as the ball is looking to reverse for Lehigh. Hailee Swain is picking that off with too much ease.
Lehigh trying to settle down here. They've got to stop the bleeding. Edwards, a shuffle and a travel.
Lehigh's offense really struggling right now. They've got some off-ball action going with screens and backdoor cuts, but there's just too much size on the Stanford side of things on defense. Look at Nunu Agara just getting to the basket with ease, strong shoulders, and then Hailee Swain disrupting everything at the top of the key. Easy lay for the Stanford Cardinal. I do remember that they were the Engineers, yeah.
And why are they here? Well, they play at Stanford, they play at San Francisco in a couple of days. They've got 3 NorCal natives, Levette, Bramer, Vitalicio. They were at Bell Bramer's house last night after watching the big Lehigh Lafayette showdown from afar. Good drive there as we get back to it from Courtney Ogden.
There's not enough pressure on the bigs driving to the basket there.
Ready, answering.
This is where Lehigh can score some easy buckets in transition before defense is set.
Ogden going right back at Reddy. Mary Ashley Stevenson has come on. Somfai long on the triple. Here comes Lehigh. Their coaching staff talked this week about trips like this. As that's a bad pass, they'll hunt it down, but a way to reward those athletes that commit to the program. Yes, we'll go back to your home area for a game.
Love when they do those home visits.
Vandre coming up short. Here's Chloe Clardy, has been a star off the bench for this Stanford team.
Right now has a stat line that hasn't been accomplished by anyone else in the country coming off the bench. And there's Lara Somfai once again showing her size, being able to be open on that little pocket pass and going up with 2 hands and 2 feet. What I love seeing a post player do.
What a start here for Stanford, 19-6.
Just dominance. You see Courtney Ogden again, hands, deflections, getting into the grill of the Lehigh players.
Vandre buries it.
Stevenson gave her just enough of a window to be able to put that shot up. But that's the aggression that Lehigh is going to have against this type of defense.
Some 3-pointers keeping Lehigh within shouting distance. Under 3 to play. The first half of that first quarter, all Stanford. 7 for 7 from the field. Mountain Hawks struggle to find the bucket. Skip pass, Somfai now. Little step through, floater, pretty stuff. She has the complete package.
Woo, you love to see a post player be able to put the ball on the floor, nice baseline drive, and maneuvering around the defense to finish at the basket.
7 points in 7 minutes for the standout freshman. Vandre thought about another. Osado now, shot clock to 8. Blocked. Big rejection there from Somfai, turning back Vandre.
Somfai doing it all, and here she goes with a pass to Stevenson with an easy bucket. My goodness, loving the teamwork, especially when it comes to the bigs for Stanford. With Somfai block to an assist. Don't you love it?
Sharing is caring. 23-9, Stanford in front, and now another rip. Clardy. Ijiwoye all day from 3. Too long, and that'll be an over the back from Ogden.
Like the aggression there on the offensive glass, but man, what a beautiful sequence there. Let's watch this back. You see, Fondre had that shot over Stevenson. She tried it against Somfai, but no, that's 6'3" of Stanford body in front of you, and then splits the defender with the dribble, dumps it off to Stevenson, who's ready for an easy basket. Oh, I love it. Hand claps all around.
23-9, they'll get some subs in here. Alex Eschmeyer coming on for the first time. This is where you look at Stanford's roster and its ridiculous depth. Eschmeyer would start for many, many other teams around the country, and she's just getting in now with under 2 to play in the first.
This is why they have the #3 ranked recruiting class coming in this season, just stacked with talent and getting those bigs that Stanford's known for back onto their roster.
Shot clock to 10, Fandre driving on Eschmeyer, a little scoop, not there. Gets her own board and denied.
Beautiful move, good effort on the offensive glass to try and go back up again, but Eschmeyer's just a little too tall for that.
She goes 6'5", the freshman from Boulder, Colorado. Coming up on 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Shot clock to 10 for Lopolo. Lopolo, head down, right down Main Street, floater up and good.
Agara comes up to set that back pick, and Lopolo just slices around it, pushes past her defender, and gets to the rack.
6-0 run as of late for Stanford, part of a 25-11 charge here in the opening quarter. Katie Hurt, who's just come on top of the perimeter, now Fandre. Ozado loads it up, and that's short.
Now you're starting to see Lehigh put up some forced shots, right? They're coming down to the last bits of the shot clock. Jesse Ozado looking for anything right now for this Lehigh offense.
Shot clock is off, last 11 seconds of this first quarter. Swain, a blur, the scoop, offensive foul.
Ooh, too much energy going past that handoff from Agara. That's a great take there by Lehigh, in position for the charge. I just like the aggression overall, though, to want to come off that handoff with such energy. That's exactly what you want to see out of the freshman and Hailee Swain.
25-9 Stanford. K-Pay talked about it just moments before this match tipped off. It's about working on their identity. They want to see that aggressiveness. Last seconds here, Fandre at the buzzer, and that's off the mark. It is all Cardinal. 25-9, a statement in this first quarter. They shoot 85% from the field. That's ridiculous. They're getting plays like this. Easy money for the Cardinal to get us started, and they are looking good through one.
Players to be able to play against the likes of a Stanford. So we're hoping to see, in that timeout that they talked about, making sure they're moving the ball, making sure that they're cutting hard off of these offside actions.
And a whistle to get started.
Yeah, Ogden gets a little bit tangled up there against Levette, but this is what Messier wants to see out of her players, just challenging each other in practice and coming off of that championship year and building off of that.
So interesting, she talked about the way that they recruit, that they didn't lose anyone to the portal last year. As Swain, another rip and go. Swain moving in, changing her angle and hitting.
Swain's going out for her best cornerback audition right now, just tracking stuff, getting right into the passing lanes.
First bucket of the second quarter goes to the Cardinal. Good backdoor there from Ozado. It's deflected away, last touch, Mountain Hawks.
And this is something that Addie Messier loves to have within her offense, are those backdoor cuts. Keep an eye on that. The amount of times there will be a slip on a backdoor, or excuse me, an off-ball side screen. It's just slipping right to the basket, getting open. Good for Stanford to track it there.
Somfai right back to it. Just rolls off the rim. And now a foot race here, Lehigh on the move. Edwards, Levette, 3-ball, too strong. Swain in the mix of everything right now.
Yeah, Swain's just getting rebounds, pushing ball in transition, and then dumping it off to Somfai with the foul. This is what Kate Pay wanted specifically, going from last year into this season, pushing the pace, especially when you get that defense to the offense. But this is what Hailee Swain brings, being able to see her big. And I love Somfai keeping the ball high. You don't want to come down with it, keeping the ball high, getting the opportunity to go to the stripe for 2 easy ones.
First one good for Somfai. One of the big recruits this year for Stanford. They really cleaned up when you talk about their efforts to recruit for this year's class, and they needed a big infusion coming off of last year, very un-Stanford-like, 16 and 15, 8 and 10 in the ACC, missed out on the tourney, had a lot of firsts last year for the first time in decades when it comes to not being ranked and those sorts of things. They're headed right in the correct direction again this season.
Just retooling and remembering that brand of Stanford basketball.
Splitting defenders, pretty stuff from Levet. From Marin Catholic and San Rafael, north of San Francisco.
2-time player of the year with that school.
Swain again, that first step is lethal. And it's knocked out.
My goodness. Lethal is right. I mean, yes, it ends up in a ball coming out, but look at that crossover again, and then you're almost through defenders to get to the rack.
Sticks with the Cardinal. Shot clock to 10.
Here's that action again. Post goes into the elbow.
Agara pull up, pure.
Stanford loves that play. They've been running that play consistently since Cam Brink and Kiki was here, and Lopolo keeping that defense going and getting a foul on the other end. You'll see Somfai comes up to the elbow, gets that handoff of Nunu Agara with a nice pull-up. She can hit that jumper easy.
Preseason all ACC selection. Agara led this team in scoring a year ago. Might not need to do it again this season with everyone they've got, but is a standout nonetheless. Clardy turning that corner. Again down the lane, the scoop. The follow, Agara puts it home.
Agara, one, having a great vertical jump, but then also those strong shoulders, just being able to clear space to be able to get that put back.
Another dangerous pass, and they read it well. The cornerbacks are performing here for Stanford. Agara to the basket and hits.
Defense into offense. This is crazy. Right now, Lehigh could definitely use a ball fake.
Instead, they'll take a timeout. They could use one of those.
Lehigh was playing against a lot of Ivy League teams. They still play against a lot of Ivy League teams. We've seen Brown is going to be on their schedule coming up, Cornell. This is the Ivy League, the Patriot League. It made sense to have an Engineers, but eventually you need something that's a little bit more predatory, you know?
I just think now there's not many Engineers, if any, so they would have been unique. There are a lot of Hawks out there, but it was the 90s, a time of change.
Great
Open
point there.
triple, all net, Lehigh cashing in with Belle Bramer.
That's what you got to do. Grayson Levet getting into the paint, moving the defense, and finding a wide open wing player to shoot down that three.
And then good pressure, Bramer on the court, tying up Agara.
Okay, Greg, you said they needed a timeout. It definitely looks like they got a little boost there. One great offense on the other end, and then going into straight defense here. But hands really active against Nunu Agara.
Addy Masir said pregame, we've got to be tough in 3 areas: rebounding, with the ball, and then how we respond to Stanford when they inevitably go on a run. And they have certainly seen the Cardinal go on a run here early. See, Lehigh's ramped up their pressure, but Swain is too quick with it. Floater there, Eschmeyer. Shot clock didn't reset. Can't hit in close. And good clear of the rebound there from Edwards.
Seeing Lehigh turn things up a notch. That's the first missed bucket for Hailee Swain tonight.
Stanford still shooting a gaudy 72.7% from the field. Bramer turn and face over Agara. That goes. Pretty stuff. 5 points in a row now from Bramer.
Great offense again, getting into the teeth of the defense. You got to get some paint points. Right now, Stanford was 28-2 in terms of paint points, so shows an opportunity here for Lehigh.
Lopolo directing traffic for the Cardinal. Clardy, stop and go. Off the glass, and they respond.
Love a little stutter step. Stands up the defense, gives you just enough time to get right past them.
Lehigh coming off a 71-57 victory over Drexel. Last time out, that coupled with the Cincinnati win, their early hallmarks here as we get this season started. Edwards, drive and kick. Mianis was open for a moment. Shot clock to 2. They got to toss this ball up, and it doesn't come anywhere close to the rim with the pressure building from Stanford.
Mianis had a quick window to get that shot up. That was the shot. After that, you saw them reverse the ball to the other side, and Lehigh just couldn't find an open window again. Against the team this defensively sound in the Stanford Cardinal, Lehigh's got to take opportunities where they can get them.
Ijiwoye returns for Stanford. Agara. Eschmeyer battling over 2 and hitting.
And what does it start with? Agara in the elbow post, skipping it over to Ijiwoye, using her angle to get it into Eschmeyer. And Eschmeyer, 6'5". You can't teach that.
Her first bucket of the afternoon. And then a whistle on this end.
And this is what Lehigh has got to keep doing. Levette has been able to find some offense just from penetrating into the defense of Stanford, making them shift, making them rotate, and either, in this circumstance, getting fouled or getting an open wing shot from her teammates.
Better shots, better ball control, the keys for Lehigh. 11 turnovers as well so far. And as we say that on cue, make it 12.
Yeah, they average just about 17 a game, so this is something that they definitely want to clean up.
More than halfway through this second quarter.
Andre playing Eschmeyer real tough on that elbow.
Eschmeyer, the good catch, and now Ijiwoye. Lopolo draws a crowd. The shovel to Eschmeyer. What hands from the big?
We need to pay attention to be ready for that dish from Lopolo because it came low. Eschmeyer with the catch and finish, man. Great job.
How many 6'5" forwards are getting stripped when that ball comes inside?
Exactly.
Edwards spinning, and Eschmeyer's there for the rebound.
Pretty move, just couldn't find the glass to get it in from Edwards.
Watch out in the front row here. Hustle from Levette, tipping that one out of play.
Loving everything that Levette is doing, and I did not mean to do that. But yes, the hustle she's playing with on both sides of the ball, hopefully inspiring the rest of the Lehigh Mountain Hawks to get up to that level.
You're not the first person, I'm sure, to suggest you love what you're seeing from Grayson Levette. Three and a half to go, first half. They've been working through Eschmeyer as of late. Lopolo now, the drive, the floater. Stanford's getting that all day, just a matter if they can convert.
They've made 1 3, Greg.
Air ball 3 from Lehigh.
They've had to take only, I believe, 2. So everything that Stanford is getting right now is in the paint, at the basket, from dribble drives, and also whether finishing themselves or dumping it off to their teammates. It's too easy. Lehigh's got to put some pressure out that perimeter.
And one of the biggest drivers to the bucket, Hailee Swain returns. She's 4 for 5. It's almost all been in the interior. Meanwhile, a corner 3 from Clardy.
With that high arcing shot, you leave Clardy in the corner, she's gonna make you pay for it.
Just as you suggest, they were not shooting enough threes.
I know, they're hearing us, Greg. They're hearing us.
Turnover.
Ijiwoye, she is a tough defender. Here goes Hailee Swain. That's just too much time for Clardy to get out there. You saw Alana Reddy try to get over that screen, but Clardy had her feet set and her shot up before it could be contested.
Clardy has embraced this bench role. She was a starter last year, now 7 straight games this season off the bench, but she plays a ton of minutes, just under 30 minutes a game, so it really doesn't matter. She's out there when it counts.
What a privilege to have a Hailee Swain, a Talana Lopolo, and a Chloe Cardi. Just the amount of ball handlers. Clardy taking in this role really well this year.
Shot clock to 5 for Swain. Navigating Swain, the kick, Clardy at the horn and comes up short, a shot clock violation.
Shot clock expiration.
K-Pay said Clardy is a starter. She just happens to not start here at Stanford, but has those abilities. And so proud of the way that she's taken on that role. And she said it speaks to the bigger commitment of everyone at our program that she's fine coming off the bench.
With the injuries that Lopolo suffered in previous seasons, just Clardy stepping up right when her team needed her last year.
Fandre turns the corner and she'll head to the free throw line.
Oh, Hailee Swain did the old swinging up. I've been there before. Not sure, oh, did I foul her? Did I foul her? Yes. And that is exactly what you want to see more of out of Lehigh. Drive to the basket, gather there, and then the nice little dip in from Hailee Swain. It's the hands up. I didn't do anything.
First free throw is good from Fandre. Christmas lists are coming out. I don't know if anyone still plays Operation, but you were trying little tweezers to not get caught hitting the sides.
That buzzer will come fast, okay?
Nunu Agara back in for the Cardinal. Leah Edwards in the Mountain Hawks.
K-Pay shuttling in and out. This is the way Stanford is so difficult to deal with because they'll wear you down with waves of talent off the bench.
And it's in both sides of the ball, right? Or both ends, guards, bigs, they've got them all.
Agara discards the defender, hits and one. Tough.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not much you can do when you've got Agara on the block. Jessie Azotto tried her best there, but straight up, that's not a dig in. That's not a shoulder dip. That's just strength exploding towards the basket. Solid takes by Nunu Agara. This is what makes her just such a difficult person to match up against.
Completes that three-point play. Coming in off back-to-back double-doubles, was huge in that win at Gonzaga. They had to battle back there, 16 points, 11 boards. Foul under the basket. Will go against Stevenson.
You talk about just the difficulty of all the talent and the tools that Stanford has in that Gonzaga game, a double-double with Lara Somfai and Nunu Agara. Like, it's just difficult when you've got two people that can score in various ways as well. Lara Somfai being able to score outside just as much as she can inside, too.
Foul on the floor here as Lehigh goes back to work.
Look at this lineup right now. Lara Somfai, Alex Eschmeyer, and Nunu Agara. That's what's going to happen when you got that many bigs out on the floor.
You were suggesting they were tall, and they showed why. Rebound, Agara. You put that height out there, you're going to block some shots.
K-Pay, this is unfair. Look at this size right now. You've got Somfai out on the perimeter, and Alex Eschmeyer is who you're driving folks into to try and finish at the basket. It's unbelievable, the size that Stanford has, but this is what has been the legendary Stanford Cardinal offense and defense. Bigs. Over the years, Neko Gwimike, Cameron Brink, Kiki Iriafen, like you can go down the list, and I'm missing a lot. Just the names that have come through that have played big for the Stanford Cardinal.
Free throw is there, and Stanford almost at the 50-point mark here as we close in on halftime. Fandre left alone from three, and Eschmeyer's there for the long board.
That's the shot you got to take. Just a little bit off the mark for Fandre there.
Somfai. So confident with the basketball.
Great handle.
Ijiwoye, drive and kick, Agara all day, buries it.
Man. Starts with Somfai just being able to look off that elbow action. Wasn't getting anything on this side, goes to the other side. Ijiwoye penetrates, kicks, easy three.
52-18. with halftime upcoming. What a dominant start for Stanford. 6 seconds left. Edwards deflected. Referees consult and looks as if we'll stay here with 2.8 remaining. Shot clock is off. Last looks for Lehigh. Ozado blocked by Somfai, and a fitting end to this first half. A stifling defensive performance by Stanford, coupled with lights out shooting, 73% on the way to 52 points as they lead 52-18. Zena, they cap that second quarter with an 8-0 run.
Utilizing offenses they don't even need right now. The three-point ball has been coming to them easy, but right now everything looks easy for Stanford.
A powerhouse at the mid-major ranks.
I mean, talking to Addy Masir and Fondre, they were talking about the fact they got to play in Cameron Indoor Stadium last year. They want to be ready for those type of big moments. And right now, you talk about asking for more. That's what you got to see out of Lehigh. More on offense, more on defense, just coming out with more aggression against Stanford.
Up and running here in the second half. Lehigh controlling to start. Good look down low, but again, a dangerous pass. The idea is right, execution a step slow.
Again, those back picks, those cuts to the basket, doing it well, but just not being able to capitalize.
Swain has had that quick first step, lightning moves past the Lehigh defense.
That's the entry pass that I would be trying to prevent.
Ball movement is sharp. Swain now with 4 on the clock, navigating and has it ripped. The takeaway by Bramer.
Dig in, get those deflections, disrupt.
Levette short on the baseline triple. Bramer battling. And does she end up dribbling out? She does.
See that bounce of frustration for Bramer. Just as they were getting some offense going off of defense, that is a tough one there.
Agara already with 18 points. More than a point per minute already in this one. Ogden is fouled as she drives to the bucket. Agara 18 points in 16 minutes, and now Ogden will go to the free throw line.
Right now you see Ogden getting through 4 defenders and ending up with a foul from Leah Edwards. Had the hands up, but just turned her body awkwardly and got into the body of Ogden. That's one thing that Ogden and Agara do so well, is just utilize their size to get into defenders, forcing the foul, forcing the issue at the basket. And it's really tough to defend.
Ogden good on both. The junior, she started the very last game of last year in the WBIT against Portland and now has been a starter every game this season.
There's a handoff to get the ball to the other side.
Bramer again going backdoor, stuck below Somfai, but it all works as Ozado cans the 3 from the outside.
That's Lehigh's normal offense.
Agara wasting no time, scoring in about 2 seconds.
And that's Stanford's normal offense, being able to set that up even before the defense got back.
That prior triple, the first made bucket for Ozado. And she has 2, starting to heat up here, the leading scorer on this team.
This is why we said in the open, #1 3-point percentage in the Patriot League. She's going to put that thing up, and it's going to go down.
At 25 against Cincinnati, 18 against Fairfield, but Stanford just casually moving to the bucket.
Somfai against Ozado. I think the size is going to win out. Nice rip through, finishing at the basket.
And they find another shot here for Ozado, see if she has a hot hand. Levette instead gets the step, layup, no basket. They'll call a foul on the floor first.
It all starts with the way that Grayson Levette came up to get that ball. I mean, straight foot speed, really aggressive. And then swings open on Somfai, who's not set yet. She was still coming up to recover there on defense. Gets the foul.
Levette again, nice first step. working against the speedster in Swain. Edwards up and under, and one.
You see the uptick in Lehigh penetration. You just saw Grayson Levette go one way, and then Edwards goes in and makes Ogden get the foul this time. Doing a little bit of, you got me, I got you on this end.
And you get the sense here, Lehigh playing a little freer. They're down big. They start the second half. Wonder, you think back to your playing days, Zena. You play these up games where maybe it doesn't go your way and you come out of halftime. Is there a little bit of, let's just let it rip?
It's a little bit of, you got to try some stuff. You got to remember who you are and remember that you played basketball, you can dribble, you can try some things. And I'm seeing right now Lehigh, again, picking up their dribble, being able to do some different things against this Stanford defense. And it's allowing them to find some opportunities to score.
Lopolo walks the tightrope, keeps that one in bounds. Shot clock to 7. Lopolo hesitation over Bramer, sky high. Agara there for the follow.
The tip drill from Agara, not even coming down with that rebound. That's just how athletic she is. Man, gotta keep her off the boards.
She's got 20 to lead everyone. Edwards, right at Agara. Instead, the kick out, Mianis. Edwards there, good weak side rebound. Ozato. Bramer. And she's short.
Good stop and pop, but again, more drives from Lehigh. You like to see that. It's making the defense move.
Stevenson. All day, Lopolo from the corner. Somfai not boxed out and finishes in close.
That elbow skip pass to the corner is always going to be there. And if you don't box out Stanford, they're going to be on the glass offensively.
Good drive there, Bramer. Oh, filthy up fake and puts it away.
That's how you curl off a screen with emphasis. Beautiful curl there. Being able to get the easy lay with the defense on their backs.
Stevenson in traffic. Somfai, another easy one.
All right, we're getting to a little bit of a rhythm here. Bramer's got the ball.
Had the team to her house last night, celebrating a return to the Bay Area. Has it here. Hard drive, baseline, reverse scoop. Pretty stuff from Belle Bramer.
2 straight buckets from Bramer. One off the curl now, another from the drive. Telling you, sometimes putting the ball down and just going into defense will get you some buckets.
Halfway through this third quarter. Swain again scooping. Agara following.
She's just so athletic. It's crazy.
What a day for Nunu Agara here. 24 points, and she is 10 for 10 from the field. Edwards looking to body up, follows her shot and gives Nunu a little bit of her own medicine there.
Edwards looking fed up. I'm about to take this ball in myself, using her shoulder to create some space.
Swain answers immediately. The mid-range is not dead.
I was gonna say, we haven't seen much middies here. I know Nunu had one, but Hailee Swain with a beautiful jumper there.
Timeout, a lot of subs waiting there at the scorer's table. A lot of end-to-end action. That'll take us to an under 5 timeout. 4:06 to play in the third. Stanford continues to click here. Lehigh showing some signs of life, but it's all Cardinal. 68-33. We're back to Maples after this timeout. In a few weeks, Stanford has a big test coming up. Tennessee coming here on December 3rd. K-Pay said it's about building our identity, not looking too far ahead. She said every game is a barometer for us, even though we know fans are probably looking at that UT game to see a real measuring stick for how good this Cardinal squad is this year.
I like the idea of the barometer test every game, but that game is going to be a litmus test to see just how good this defense actually is. Tennessee is the team. They do that hockey transition, 5 in, 5 out. That keeps their defensive pace up. So it'll be a nice big battle
And we're heading right back to a timeout. That preview how good that team is. We went up there a couple of years ago with 2 All-Americans, and they blew us out of the water by about 30. So to go up there, to take that early surge, the Zags went up early. Stanford battles back, gets the win. She was proud of her team as Lehigh right out of the break. Levette scoring in close.
Look what drives can do. Get into the basket, getting right by your defender. But no, I do give a lot of credit to this junior class. They were kind of in the passing the torch moment of Stanford's lore and held it down for a year.
Stevenson whirling to the bucket and draws a foul. I have to imagine it's hard to be part of the Stanford team that doesn't make the NCAAs.
Oh,
It
yeah.
falls out of the top 25 when you have this great history where the expectation is to win a national championship, to be in the Final Four, to be part of the team that hears all of those news and notes about what you're not doing. That has to be tough to live with, and now it appears they're, again, trending upwards.
One thing Stanford's always going to be able to capitalize on is that brand of basketball that they've played, the brand of academic, excellence that they have as a program as well. I mean, this is a place that people want to be a part of, want to be developed to get to the WNBA. If you're a women's basketball player that's serious about that, that will never go away. And so I think Kate Pay had that little transitionary year to deal with. The juniors were really the ones that had to hold it down when they were sophomores. Nunu Agara, Chloe Clardy. You even think about Mary and Stevenson. Like, Stevenson's the only transfer that they have on this roster. They've done a really great job of retaining talent as well. So they're leading the way and setting the standard for this new version of Stanford as they return to their old lore.
Ozato had a couple of threes earlier, floater here, and that'll be an offensive foul. Standing in, E.G. Woye to draw the charge.
E.G. Woye coming over and help and just getting herself in position. That's what you call trapping the box. Getting to that short block, getting over, hands up, straight up, feet position. Oh, I used to hate taking charges. I always had just a reaction to take a step back, but that was great. Great hands-up defense by Shea. Ozato just running her over.
But if you don't take that charge, they're going to catch you on film, right?
Oh, will they? Oh, you will be called out. Gotta try.
Swain, the burst and the floater.
And that's a great pull-up by Swain right before getting to the defense. Samianis right in front of her.
Stanford now with 3 in double figures. Swain has 12, 24 for Agara, 15 for Somfai. Whistle. Stanford faithful calling for a travel, but Edwards earns the foul on her way to the basket.
Ooh, I'm actually curious what was seen there. Let's see let's watch it back here. Edwards drives, and you see Swain holding her arm to try and slow her down. You cannot impede the movement of the ball handler.
Edwards now from long range, and that curls around the rim and out. E.G. Woye is there in the scrum. And now Clardy left free from 3. Comes up short on the bank. Mountain Hawks can take flight here. Ready. Back rim.
That's the right pass out in transition. Ready, the jump shot, didn't quite hit it.
Eschmeyer has returned at an impactful first quarter. Swain again, that change of direction has been lights out today. But then a rare miscue, the giveaway. Bramer now directing traffic. Bell Bramer in, too strong. And Clardy there for the rebound.
Lehigh getting the opportunities they want, just not being able to capitalize and finish at the basket.
Moving screen will be called there against Stanford.
Oh, that's a tough call. Marianne Stevenson was just worried about turning around with the ball. Referee saying she stuck her out her hip. That's a tough one, and the crowd doesn't like it here.
And they don't care they're up 72-35.
Yeah,
they want justice for that call.
Exactly.
90 seconds to go in the third. Fandre. Edwards trying to navigate around Agara. Shot clock to 6. Fandre flips it up off the glass, and Stevenson snares the board.
Lehigh's got to figure out what they're doing offensively. It's been a lot of Edwards ISO as of late.
Under a minute to play in the third. Open three for Clardy. This one is all net.
Count Eschmeyer for being strong with the ball at the top of the elbow, getting over to the side where she could see Clardy to hit that out open three.
40 seconds left. 75-35 Cardinal. Edwards, deep shot, short, hurt, had to get rid of it. She was surrounded. Shot clock to 12 for Lehigh. Bramer, just a nice little turn and face and buries it.
You got some inches on Shea Juwoye, keep that ball high, being able to extend there. Nice little midi. Midi's still here, Greg, don't worry.
From the Archbishop midi grab.
Oh, there you go.
All over it, Zena. 1 second left at the horn. Too strong from Stevenson. Otherwise, everything working for Stanford. 75-37. Conferences that are aspiring to make the NCAA tourney.
I love that with the advent of the transfer portal, you're starting to get some talent on different teams and mid-majors and these big conference players that allow them to be able to match up a little bit better. And so you're seeing programs starting to find some bigger opponents and actually really putting up a challenge. It's not just buy games anymore.
Well, even Kay Pay was saying, I don't really get into the mid-major, high-major thing. She's like, this is an NCAA tournament team. We're playing other teams that are of that caliber, have such respect for all these opponents.
And I love that Kay Pay does that. And every time being able to call out. I mean, Lehigh right there. Look at the defense in that half-court set there. All over Stanford, forcing a turnover.
Can they turn it into offense on this end? Edwards. Bramer back it up for a corner three. And E.G. Woye, one of the shortest players on the court, but boxing out with tenacity.
That box out is real. When you've got a strong lower set, she's able to push back her defender.
And that's a foul. Bramer aggressive.
I don't mind that. If I'm a coach, this is what you want to see. Make that elbow pass difficult, whether it is to catch it or whether it is to turn around and see the floor. Because we've already seen the skip passes out to the corner from that pass. We've seen the handoffs. We've seen a ton of action that comes out of being able to catch in that elbow position.
Talked about the caliber of talent. You watch someone like Belle Bramer, someone you could easily picture on a major roster, however you want to label these teams.
Grayson Levette as well.
Stevenson off balance.
Nice turnaround, utilizing the glass right there. She's bouncy too.
Always terrified to do live math, but it's a 40-point lead here for Stanford over Lehigh.
Hey, the sevens make it easy.
Bramer on the cut.
Again, the backdoor cuts have been what Lehigh has been doing all night, but finally being able to get a bucket off of one there.
13 points now for Bramer.
See this? Gotta be careful. I love, again, the pressure above, but don't use your hips to press into Marianne Stevenson, which, by the way, that was a great position for her to be able, you see Fandre all over you, dribble into her. She's not gonna be in position. She's all stood up, right?
So Fandre will head out. She has 3 fouls. You talked about going to the basket as being a cure-all for some different scenarios, and you see it there again. It results in a drawn foul. E.G. Woye left free and cans that corner triple.
I knew it was in from the second. It left her hands. One great placement by Clardy there. But being ready, Shea Juwoye. Beautiful three-point there.
A bump there as Levette tries to get in position.
Shea Juwoye being able to get that three on the other end. High fives all the way down the roster.
That's her first made 3 of the season for the sophomore from Phoenix. Stanford has been in control of this one from the jump. A 25-9 lead after 1, and they have never looked back. 27-9 in the second quarter.
Ooh, Oh, the speed!
Ichiwoye, a blur.
You had to watch Shea Ichiwoye's eyes the entire time she came up the floor. She clocked every single one of her teammates and realized, wait, defense ain't paying attention. Let me just pick up my foot speed and win this race to the basket.
And now Clardy, the tip away. A race for the basketball. Bramer comes up with it. Open three and short on the try. Ozato, a tie-up. The arrow keeping things here. Hurt returns for Lehigh, and then we'll see number 11, the freshman Carly Amborn, come on. Out of Larkspur, California, excuse me. Another big recruit.
The length on these recruits.
Oh, Eschmeyer. Speaking of length
Right.
on recruits.
Could I have timed that more perfectly? I love the drive from Fandre here, but you leave it out just long enough, Eschmeyer's gonna go and swat.
Ready. And Eschmeyer all over the glass, her 7th rebound.
Windex tonight, just cleaning it up.
And now going backdoor, Eschmeyer on the catch. Amborn. Dribble drive, good drop to Stevenson.
I'm as excited as the bench is right now about that drive and being able to see the defense rotate over, dumping it down to her teammate. Easy assist right for the freshman, Amborn, as soon as she comes into the game.
4-star recruit committed to Tara Vanderveer before her retirement. A couple of members of this freshman class were recruited by Vanderveer the minute she retired. Had a call with Coach Pay, confirmed they'd stay on. Stanford planning to carry the same vision forward with Coach K. Pay, and that's a testament to these athletes too, buying into what Stanford was pitching.
And the continuity, the continuity of the coaching staff. Kate Pay learned under, Tara Vanderveer. Like, that was her mentor, that was her coach. So thinking about the fact that you're not going to have much drop-off of what Stanford wants to do, what they want to impose when they're out on the floor, and what they value in terms of their recruits, as another player comes in, and Peterson, look at the length on her.
Sophomore Harper Peterson goes 6'3". Amborn thought about it, now pulls up and hits!
Amborn with the dribble into her shot. Perfect rhythm three, wow. Comes in, immediately making impact in the game. Talk about stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
Former CIF champ in her high school days, knocks down her 4-3 in her first season in college basketball. Stevenson battling. Lehigh desperate for a bucket here. Stanford on a 10-0 run. Mountain Hawks coming up on 3 minutes without a point. Into the bench. A little slippery there for Ichiwoye. Stanford's high water mark so far this season has been 90 points that they put on Cal Poly. Feel very good about them surpassing that number in this one.
Absolutely, and continuing their streak of keeping teams to under 50 points. We'll see if they'll be able to continue that today.
Coast to coast, and Ozato draws the foul.
Would have loved to see a little bit more of that from Ozato sooner in this game.
Timeout called. We are at the 4:43 mark here in the fourth, and how about Carly Amborn getting an opportunity, making it count. Everything clicking for Stanford. Pac-12 throwback. Although now it's ACC Big Ten with Stanford and Washington on the 19th.
Huskies coming in. It's good. It's a good lineup there. A lot of teams that can test you, that can test that defense, test that perimeter defense. That's exactly what Stanford wants to make sure they've got shored up before they go into the big scoring powerhouses within the ACC.
Yeah, after that, just 2 more. They'll take on Oregon at the Chase Center there in San Francisco, and then Cornell to close out the non-conference. And come January, they really go full steam ACC play. Good drive from Mary Ashley Stevenson.
Mary Ashley Stevenson again ripping through, seeing her opportunity and just doing a nice little drive on the right-hand side of the court. And if Mary Ashley's parents are listening, I apologize for calling her Mary Ann. That was my bad.
Good to correct the record, Mary Ashley Stevenson. Amborn there with the rebound. I'm sure she's heard of Mary Ann before, so.
I want to put some respect on her name. She's playing incredibly well,
no doubt,
as
no
her
doubt.
team is.
10 points, 2 rebounds for Stevenson. Ijiwoye left alone on the baseline. Peterson left alone from 3. Back rim.
That was on target, though. Great way for Shea Ijiwoye to gather herself as she came into defense and kick that out.
Lehigh getting some of their reserves in as well. Mirto Leonodi has come on here. Leonodi driving, and now they'll recirculate the basketball. And here's Sibel Zambi. The takeaway there, Nora Azike, who's come on for Stanford, the freshman from Illinois. There's a look at Azike. Another 4-star recruit. That's, again, the depth here. Amborn, Azike, 4-star recruits, and there's just only so many minutes to go around here for the Cardinal.
It's a treasure trove of talent on the Stanford side, and it's really cool that these freshman forwards are going to be able to learn from the likes of Nunu, from the likes of Stevenson, from the likes of, I mean, I'd add everyone in this mix, really, but just especially the forward powerhouse that they've been for the last few years.
Azike the blow-by, and just a little too strong. And now Zambi will run the show here. Good backdoor, Zambi on the cut and hits.
That's been their thing, the backdoor cuts. Just a matter of seeing them.
That's her first point of the season for Sibel Zambi, the sophomore from Plano, Texas. Getting a chance here, she'll never forget that one at Maples Pavilion.
That's cool.
Azike steps through and draws a foul.
Azike is going to be able to create a lot of opportunities for herself just from her sheer size. And again, these are freshmen we're talking about. Whether it's Amborn or Azike, they haven't even hit the weight room right yet, you know what I mean? So they're coming in with just their raw talent and getting acclimated. But Azike's got that Nunu Agara body type, and the more and more she's able to utilize it and really contort it to be able to get on the glass and get to the basket, ooh, watch out.
And she hits the first free throws. More subs now for Stanford. Lauren Green, a senior from Castro Valley, California, has come on, as has Stavi Papadaki, a senior from Greece. Good chance here for Coach Pay to get a lot of reserves on. Open 3 here, that's an air ball, and the loose ball. Mianis trying to hunt that down, she does. Zambi now. Shot clock to 5. With 2, Zambi fading, and that is short of the rim.
Thought that was going to be a buzzer beater.
Amborn from 3, again!
Don't let Amborn get to the top of the key. That is her spot.
Confident from deep, 94-43. Most points Stanford has scored in a game this season. Hurt cannot answer, and Amborn's there for the board. And then a foul in the backcourt.
First personal number 3, Sibel Zambi. 15th foul. Carly Amborn on the line, shoot 2.
Free throws coming for Carly Amborn. Good on the first.
if you're looking at Amborn and feeling, man, that shot looks familiar. Yeah, it's giving Elena Blizgana,
Yeah.
right? And just, that's one thing about Stanford. The second generational talent, three-point shooting, and Elena Blizgana graduates. Look who's coming in behind. That quick release. That
Plug and play here.
Yeah,
Right? The
plug
next
and
one
play.
in.
That's the perfect way to say it.
Ready amongst the trees. Papadaki now into the front court as we near the minute mark. Amborn thought about it. This place was ready to erupt, and she's bumped.
Hearing the folks behind me saying, do it again. Loving that.
First personal number 19, Mirto.
They are insatiable. Stanford,
Yeah.
96-43. Put it up.
Really love the crowd here at Maples. Just so happy seeing the next generation get ready to get out on the floor and make their own impact. They're cheering everyone on to the final seconds of this game.
Amborn good on both. I'm not aware of a promotion tied to 100 points, but they are cheering as if there might be tacos or something else available if we hit the century mark. (98-43). Shot clock to 15 here. Stanford defense unrelenting. Zambi from deep. And the rebound is there for Amborn.
Guys, this is the third unit of Stanford, and the discipline does not drop on defense.
The drive, the scoop, oh, so close. And we'll stay down here.
Oh my, I mean, it's crazy. You're watching Ezike make a move like Courtney Ogden would make, like Nunu Agara would make. Plug and play is exactly right.
Out to Peterson. Amborn. The give to Peterson. Papadaki around the way. 8 seconds left. From the corner, Papadaki not there. And the Cardinal won't quite hit the century mark, but they hit everything else. 98-43, a dominant showing in a win over Lehigh in the first ever meeting between these two.